Hi, this is Jim Daniels, Motivational Drinker. Today we're going to talk about success in other people. It is inevitable that on your rise to a different level of success, you're going to encounter other people. Some people will be advantageous to your rise, and some people will be detrimental to your momentum. This is important because you're not going to be able to get rid of everyone that's detrimental to your momentum, because a lot of these people will be close to you, very, very close to you. I'm talking parents, spouse, long time friends. And it's not that they're consciously against where you want to go. They're just adamantly fixed in where they are. That's what I'm trying to say, is that a lot of people in your life will gauge where they are by where you are. So if you begin to move further away from them, they feel like they're falling back. And that's what this is about today. This segment is about other people and how to deal with other people on your rise to different levels of success and different levels of being a perfect you, being a power I. So, let's go. Let's be amazing. Other people are not just other people. It's a voice. So other people is any voice that doesn't begin with I. So other people can be outside people, friends, family, but it can also be that negative voice in your head that doesn't begin with I. It begins with you. Other people definitely have a say in your success, where you want to go and how you want to get there. And they're loud, and they're sometimes obnoxious, and they're sometimes caustic. But I'm going to talk to you today about dealing with that, and not dealing with it in an offensive manner where you're getting mad and you're cutting off relationships, but just recognizing where it's coming from and saying, oh, I understand, or I hear you, but not letting it get in. Because that's the most important part. You can't let it get in. People are going to talk forever. You're going to hear negative things. And some things people say, they think it's helping you. A lot of people have good intent, but the problem is their subconscious intent they're not aware of. So when they are talking to you, they may have a subconscious intent to make you stop moving and stop going forward and start reaching another level, and they may not even know it. So today we're going to talk about that, and we're going to not make this a war cry, but we're just going to enlighten you and just let you be able to hear the chatter that's going to happen and be able to work through it even though it's happening. You're going to get a lot of no's and a lot of don't do that and a lot of you can't do that and you don't have enough, and some things might be a little subtle and might be so covert, especially when it comes to a spouse. You might be in a relationship and you might be trying to go to a different level, and the spouse won't say don't do that, but they'll put little intimate obstacles in front of you. Very, very intimate obstacles. And when I say intimate obstacles that only they can manipulate. You may have to move somewhere different in order to be better, and they may say, well, I don't want to move because my parents are here, or I grew up here, or my job is here, or the kids are in school here. But if they look at the whole picture, if you move and you get to that level, all those things that they were concerned about won't matter. But they don't see that because they're subconsciously short-sighted. they can't see past their need for you to remain where you are. And believe it or not, a lot of marriages end because of that. Someone wants to go and someone wants to stay. When I say go, I mean someone wants to go to a different level. Someone wants to really put it out there and try something new. Open up a business, go back to school. They want to reach in deep and pull something out amazing. And the other person, rather it can be through fear, through just routine, they don't want to move. And that couple will split up because now they're two different people. When you're in a momentum state of progress and you're moving, you're a different person. Let me tell you something. If you wake up and you say, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna be that person that I think I am. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna do what I want to do. You're a different person. You're a totally different person. People will not recognize you if you keep that type of energy on you and you really believe and commit to it. People won't recognize you because you'll be driven by this super purpose. And when you get that super purpose in you, you start moving quickly, if not physically, intellectually, and your routines will change. And when those routines change, people are going to notice that. And that's when other people begin to act out. So when you're moving forward and you have a spouse or friends or associates who you feel are capable of moving forward with you, and you choose to bring them with you, this is the most incredible collaboration you can ever get involved in. When you start moving quickly and you start pulling people with you, your success level exponentially will increase. Not only will the output of your success increase, but the momentum will increase. It's sort of like a tornado that comes through town, and it picks up everything and everyone around it. That's what the success level is like when you choose to bring someone with you. This is why these companies have these forums and these big outings, and they get the senior management to talk to anyone that's willing to listen in the company, because they know that if they can get a synergy going in the whole company of upward mobility, the whole company will benefit. There are companies that spent, $100,000 on a weekend retreat, and when everyone got back, they were so excited and so pumped up, they made an extra $1 billion that year. This is not something that's mystical. This has been proven. If you're a husband or a wife and you wake up and you want to be better and you want to be successful, and you're taking the steps and you're going forward and you got that momentum, and you say to your spouse, listen, I know you've always wanted to do this. I'm on the road to doing this. Why don't you stop what you're doing and do this, and I'm going to help you also. And as far as I go, it will be as far as you go. Let's do it together. Let's go. Let's go. Let's be better. Let's be a better couple. Or you have a friend who's always wanted to do something, and then you start moving forward, and then you call them and say, hey, I know you always wanted to do this. Today is your day. Let's go. I'm going to help you do it. I'm at this level. I can bring you up to here. Whatever you're doing now, stop doing that, because we're going to make you amazing, make you better. Let's go. I knew a girl, Indian girl. She wanted to go to MIT. She was 17 at the time. She was just leaving high school. She had the grades. She was just smart as a whip. but she was from India. So her English was good, but it was definitely in need of a little bit of help. So I was like, yeah, I'll help you. I was, a writer at that time. So I said, I'll write your essay. I'll help you write your essay. I didn't write it for her. But so, we spent a week writing it. She got into MIT. That was 20 years ago. She just reached out to me on one of the social networks, and she's a fuel specialist for NASA. And I was like, wow. I was like, wow. And she was like, the essay that you helped me with got me here. And I got to tell you, I was so moved because, she has a family now. She has 2 kids. She has a husband. I'm part of that. Like, I'm part of that because I chose to try to make her successful. And that's when you become historical. That's how you never ever will be forgotten. If you have $100 billion and you don't help anyone, once the money's gone and you're gone, it's gone. If you have $20 and you've helped 20 people get to where they need to be, well, that's 20 lives. And exponentially, as those lives branch out, you become part of that branch also. You see what I'm saying? People are your number one asset. People is your number one fuel for success. People is your number one medicine for any health issue that you may be facing. This is important. This is important. On your road to success, you're going to encounter others. Some of them will be detrimental to your success. Some of them will be advantageous. You have to know how to deal with them, where to put them. There'll be some that you need to leave in their place and not allow them to be a factor that influences you. And there's others that you need to take with you. When you choose to take people with you, you are going to skyrocket. Skyrocket. You are going to move quickly. If you're in a relationship, you have family members that you believe want to be better, and you choose to help them be better, you are going to be legendary. This is very important because a lot of us, when you see success, you see yourself standing on a mountain, holding up your wine glass. I've made it. When I see my success, I'm in a restaurant with about 100 of my friends, and we're all drinking, eating, laughing. That's how my success looks. I don't have any god kids. No, I don't have any god kids. But I see my friends calling me and, me picking their kids up and taking them somewhere and, being part of everyone's life because we've all moved up levels of success, and now we're at a place where we're enjoying our lives and we're enjoying each other. Success alone is not success. It's just not. When you are sitting down and you're successful, and you look up and you see all your family and friends there, and they're also successful through your efforts, that's different. That's a different feeling. That's a different family. That's amazing. That's how you be amazing. As we went to a little break, I was thinking about the people that really, really confront your success. Like people who really are like, you are not going anywhere. And how to deal with them. The first thing is this. When you start moving in your success, you don't look sideways or look backwards. You just keep going forward. And you keep going forward, and you don't listen to chatter. Now, the people that will consciously throw obstacles in your way, I'm talking, these are special people, because these are ones that will just get in your way, and you need to deal with them. The first thing is this: you don't look back. If they're doing something that isn't affecting your next step, you don't have to look back. But if they're doing something that affects your next step, you need to confront them. And the way to confront them is this: explain where you're going and ask them, why don't they want you to get there? 90% of the time, they won't tell you the real reason. I'm going to tell you the real reason right now. People around you get accustomed to where you are because they're judging where they are in regards to where you are. If you're here and they're here, they feel pretty good. You know, you being a little bit ahead is fine, you know. But if you start moving, now the optical illusion is that they're going back, but they're really not going back. They're just not moving. You're moving forward. But when people are confronted with their complacency, they get pretty irritated and pretty disturbed. You know, that's why that old saying, keeping up with the Joneses, is it the Joneses? Keeping up with the Joneses is so prevalent. Because, you know, you're in a big neighborhood. If the Joneses get a new car and you don't get a new car, it looks like your car is old. Or if they get an addition on their house and you don't get an addition on your house, it looks like your house is small. When really it's not. It's just that you've been complacent in what you have and where you are, and they're moving forward, and that watermark is starting to move now. And when that watermark starts to move, people just become uncomfortable. When you're moving forward and you can't tolerate obstacles and chatter, separate yourself from the environment. Sometimes you get to a place where your environment no longer is essential to your progress, and you need to change your environment. See, inside the environment are characters and people that are part of that environment. And if you're moving forward and you move out of that environment mentally, you have to physically move also. If not, you're going to be dealing with a lot of chatter and a lot of obstacles from that environment. Not because you're a bad person, but because you're moving the watermark. You're moving it, and they aren't comfortable with that anymore, because now everything is upset because you've gone here and everyone else is here and everyone's happy, and you've gone here. So now a lot of them are feeling like, hey, what am I doing down here? They're not down anywhere, but you can't explain that to them. They won't get it. Like I said, they didn't move down. You just moved up. They're in complacency. Complacency isn't bad. Complacency is a choice. They made the choice to be complacent where they're at. You made a choice to go to this level. That's just what it is. This isn't an offense to them. This isn't, and you shouldn't treat it as such. You shouldn't treat your progress as some I'm better than you. The only thing your progress is I want something different. Not I want something better than you have, but I want to better me. You know, this isn't a competition to see who gets the most stuff or who gets the most success. It isn't that. This is a personal choice that you've made about your potential and who you want to be. And when you start moving and you start moving forward, that's how you have to treat it. This is not a competition. Everyone is where they're at because they made a choice to be there. And this choice is not a bad choice. It's not a good choice. It's a choice. It's what they made. It's where they want to be. A lot of people are happy being here and they live their lives full and amazing here. You want to get here? You can get here and be full and amazing, but it doesn't make you better than them. Like I said, progress and success is 99% internal. You can't really disseminate how you feel about who you are and the success level that you're at internally to anyone. It's tough to put it into words. But when you do those accomplishments that you've always wanted to do, people will see it and they'll feel it when they're around you. It just amazes me how we turn everything into a competition. It's not a competition. Everyone who's doing something is needed. They're needed to do whatever they're doing. I don't care if it's a guy pushing a shopping cart or if it's CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. They need to be there for this whole thing to work. And they need to be there for a certain amount of time. This is just how this whole thing works. What I'm telling to you is that when it's time for you to go to that next level, there are going to be other people. And these other people and these other voices are going to try to talk you out of it. Some out of love, some out of animosity, some out of subconscious need for you to remain complacent. And I'm trying to teach you how to hear it, but not feel it. You can hear it, but don't feel it. Don't put it in there. Don't let it get in your way. You go. You go forward. You go. The people that you want to take with you, you take them with you. You give them everything that you have. And, you know, don't be concerned about, oh, if I give them too much, then they're going to catch up to me and pass me. If that happens, they're just going to reach back and pull you up with them. So you're always going to be where they are. Don't be concerned about that. Trust me, the more you give to a person and bring them up, the more you're going to learn and the further you're going to go. When you help someone get to a certain amount of success, they are never, ever going to see themselves as being bigger than you. Because you are the person that brought them to where they're at. You're the maker. So, be amazing. Go forward. There are going to be other people. Put them in their appropriate place. And I guarantee you, you'll be amazing. Jim Daniels, motivational speaker. Yeah. I told you. It's for you guys. Listen, you jump. You don't walk. You don't teeter on the edge. You jump. That's the way to do it. That's the way to get down to the ground and keep running. Don't let nothing mess up your momentum. First you hit the ground. You hit the ground, you keep going. Let's be amazing, people. Let's go. That was it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Thank you, man.